What's up guys, you've tuned into another episode of Overwatch Replay, a series where I commentate an Overwatch ranked match for you guys and tell you what's going through my mind play by play. This game is super awesome and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a competitive team-based shooter. But without further ado, let's get started.
They are never more alive.
Today's match is on Ilios, which is a King of the Hill type map where both teams fight to control one point on the map for a specific amount of time. I see that my team needs a tank, so I pick Roadhog because of his hook, which is particularly useful in this level, as you will see. So right away you see that there's a gigantic pit in the middle of the objective, which is perfect for Roadhog to pull unsuspecting enemies into. As you see, I try to pull the opposing Lucio into the pit and fail. Roadhog also has two fire ranges for his shotgun. One is medium range and one is short range, but more spread out. And they are performed by using L2 and R2 respectively on PS4. Now you'll see that I also missed this Zarya, and this is because you gotta lead your opponent when you're trying to hook them into the pit with your hook, so you gotta predict where they're gonna be, so to speak. But right here I spot a Soldier 76 moving around. I wait for his shield, Zarya's shield projected onto him to fall down, or rather disappear, and then I hook him right into the pit. Here I managed to hook Zarya, but she is at an incorrect angle, or I'm at an incorrect angle, and I see that there are a bunch of enemies right in front of me, and I'm probably gonna die, so I pop my super in order to push them all back. I didn't really end up getting too many kills there, but my team managed to save my ass, really, and I also used my secondary ability, which is to heal myself, so I'm back in fighting shape. Until, of course, I get supered by Pharah, and I take almost all that damage. I just healed up again. But I managed to heal up and hook the Pharah, but she escapes, so I need to back up a little bit. Right here I see Lucio trying to escape over here and possibly flank us, so I need to destroy his life pretty much because it's always useful to take out the support on the opposing team. I can't stress that enough, really. Here I managed to get Genji right before I die, but I went on a player kill streak, so it wasn't the worst life in the world. So I get back to the point, and I'm helping defend over here. Zarya's being troublesome over there, but not too much of a problem to me. I see the Pharah, but and I actually hook her, but she actually managed to shoot her concussion blast right behind me and push me into the pit, which was really unfortunate. So here I find a Genji who's actually using a super, but he just kind of runs away. I'm not really sure where he was going. So I proceed on to the point because we need to push these opponents off. I snag a Zarya out there and drag her into the pit, and we take the first point.
I like playing with other groups.
This point is a little less crazy as there is no death pit in the middle of the point. However, the whole point is actually really itself a death pit, as it is a pit itself. And there are many vantage points, so it's not too wise to spend too much time on the objective, especially if you have a lower health character like Tracer, for instance. Luckily I'm a Roadhog, so my survivability is much higher. And you can see here that I find the Mercy, and I managed to single her out, and I actually killed her, so that limits their healing for the time being. And then Zarya is starting to chase me down, but luckily my teammate there, Lucio, pushes her into the pit, which is actually a strategy in its own. You can just force enemies into the pit when they're not ready to push, and if your team is in the pit, you can totally take advantage of that.
Alright, push out guys, push out. We need to intercept them before they get to us.
So here we've managed to clear the opposing team off the pit completely. So our team's strategy is to push forward and intercept the opposing team before we can get, before they can even get into the point. This way we can fall back onto the objective if we need to, and we should have another wave of reinforcements by that time anyway. But of course, I managed to die because I was not playing correctly and I didn't even let the Mei. I don't know. Mei's the end of my life, as usual. But, like I said, our team falls back, and then I come back and I'm the reinforcement wave rather. And Mei manages to freeze me a little bit, but Lucio pops his super, and then I get my super and I manage to push them off. So we're back in it, and we can rinse and repeat, and we can push forward again.
Damn, I always forget, and I end up stepping on his body.
So with a little help from my teammate on the right, we managed to actually double team this Mei and just obliterate her life. And with that, we actually managed to keep them off the point for long enough, and we secure the objective.
Alright boys, more, let's seal it up.
The third objective on Ilios is, in my opinion, the hardest one to capture because it is an enclosed in a building. This means that Pharah has a tough time attacking from above. Also, it ends up being kind of a campy area. As you see, it's on the left. So it requires a lot of teamwork on both sides in order to secure it and hold it down for long enough periods of time. And you'll see here I'm trying to take out this Reinhardt's shield. You should never really let Reinhardt advance without attacking his shield, because that means he's just advancing for free, basically. Again, I saw that Mercy, so I needed to end their healing streak, so I decided to take her out first. So when capturing this objective, you should never really feel too pressured to stay on it at all times. Don't be afraid to step out for a second to heal if you can. And you just saw that our Pharah actually used her concussive blast to push Reinhardt and I believe Genji, actually I guess not Genji, off the map, which was pretty awesome. But I managed to take out the Genji.
Difficult to kill her.
Again, we have a situation where our team has cleared the other team off the objective, so it's our job to push forward to intercept the opposing team before they get to the objective. However, on this objective it is a little harder to do that because there are multiple points where the opposing team can come from. So I pushed to the left side and managed to see that all their team is actually bottlenecked into that building, so I just popped my super just to push them back a little bit. I only get one kill, but I damaged a lot of them and managed to push them back. So I actually end up taking a little over 3/4 of my health there, or a little under rather, and so I back up in order to heal, and I see this Reaper just coming in by himself. I don't really know what they're doing. They're not really organizing, so we're just sort of dominating their team. And I managed to get 2 kills there, the Reaper and the Hanzo. So now this Reinhardt is just there by himself, and with no support, Reinhardt's kind of an inexperienced Reinhardt doesn't really know what they're doing.
I am a Reaper man.
But basically from here on out, we managed to push up forward, and I don't believe that they even touched the objective this entire game. So we basically just pushed them back even further, and keep them in this building. So I want to go ahead and thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to me if you like me. Go ahead and check out all my other content. I've got a lot, so you guys should do it. Also, follow me on Twitch. I do like to stream this game a lot on Tuesdays, so go ahead and do that too. And Twitter, and etc, etc. And until next time, guys, GGB's good, and I'll leave you with the play of the game.
Damn it, I thought I got it. No. Yeah, no, I did thought it. I went in there and killed like 3 of them with 2 rays. Two more.
What a
Beautiful. Nah, they don't want to see it.
Yeah, they don't even want to see it.
Wait, did I get the gold? It's not silver, really? 29 eliminations. No, second. Fuck. Let me see how to.